Bit of art commentary. I've just laid a base. That's just whatever colour, anything, doesn't matter what, just to start with. I'll continue the base and make it, start to make it a little bit more something. Rubbing the paint can make it look really nice and ghostly kind of thing, if you know what I mean. Like, it can make it look like it melds into the background a bit. Yeah, interesting colour choice here. I don't know if I would have chosen that right now, but fair enough. And we're laying more ground. Using the hands. Important for me to use the hands. I like to put my hands on the painting, touching the colour with my fingers. Okay, and here I'm just letting my arms lead around wherever they go. If I see something looks nice to do, and I do it, but otherwise I'm just moving my hands around without really thinking about them. Okay, so I'm trying to match some colors. I think I'm focusing on orange or ochre yellow at the moment, and the darkness, and I'm just kind of bringing it around the page to make balance. I think that's what I'm doing now. I'm using white to bring in some space. White can bring space in really well, and it's just a matter of mixing it with the colour that is already there to give some dimension. White is very good at giving dimension as well as dark colour. So as you can see, there is some dimension in that green given by the dark and the light. And now I'm kind of creating a web. That's kind of what I do a little bit. I create connection, which look a little bit webby kind of sometimes. And I'm bringing in the charcoal. And this is a nice addition, I felt like, because it gave a smaller mark, a more consistent kind of, well, it's not consistent because what the charcoal does with the wet paint is that you draw in the wet paint and it just strips the wet paint away, and then you draw on the white and it gets black because the charcoal is coming off on the white. It's very beautiful. It's like a continuous line, but it's not always the same color. And then it gives like a nice smaller mark than the larger paintbrushes as well. But without having to dip the little paintbrush in the paint a lot of times, if you know what I mean. You can just continuously draw. Here I'm adding white again. This time with one of those feather brushes, whatever it's called. Brushes, things. Fan brushes, whatever. I'm consolidating a bit of structure here. Now I'm navigating a few different intersections, I suppose, is what I mean, and it's kind of looking like it's coming together. Not quite yet, but yeah. To me, anyway. And I like that messiness. It's almost ready, we can tell. So there's a bit of busy here, very busy painting, but I'm giving it a center by rubbing all of the wet paint together, and it has a sort of like a uniform color, if you know what I mean. There in the center where I've rubbed, you can see it has a few different colors, but it's just kind of giving it more of a uniform in a little place to not be so busy, for eye to rest possibly. Oh, this isn't meant to look like anything in particular, so don't worry about it. If you can't see anything, or if you can, either way is fine. To me, I can see a little bit of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. I'm doing a little bit of sigil. I like to do sigils on my paintings. I don't know if you know what a sigil is. It's this like a magical symbol that you make up yourself. Similar to magic squares, possibly. Okay, here we go. We're starting to finish off. Now I add the black. And then we're using the charcoal to inscribe into the wet black paint, spray paint. For me, making some kind of structural thing in this black patch gives the rest of the painting a little bit of a contrastiness or something. There's a lot of changes within. Thank you very much.